should Triple H hire Punk back to WWE?
Remember, I was telling you when you sent the original message about CM Punk getting fired to Discord. I was saying that I was talking to my brother about it at
Mm-hmm.
that moment. There was a pay per view that was going on, or maybe a show that took place in Chicago, and Punk decided that he was going to show up backstage with WWE.
I remember that.
Triple H, right then and there, automatically told Punk, "Hey, it's not up to me if you can stay. You got to talk to the big man first."
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about if Triple H is going to hire him back. It's just Vince going to let Triple H hire him back because at the end of the day, Triple H, like we said, knows how to make a good story.
Mm-hmm.
He can make a good story. He can make it work. But does Vince trust CM Punk?
So basically, he's a mark that got a bunch of money that started this company, and in the beginning, it was very like wholesome. Everybody, yeah, man, Tony Khan. After a while, shit start to disintegrate.
Yeah.
So he brings in Punk. Now he convinced Punk to come to wrestling, and Punk did not rub a lot of people right.
Right.
You see, he did an interview with Colt Cabana, and after the interview, they both got sued, and basically he lost his friendship with Colt Cabana. Then when he got to AEW, guess who's at ROH, who AEW or Tony Khan bought? He bought ROH, Ring of Honor. So therefore, Colt Cabana is now under the same umbrella as Punk, and that became friction. Hangman Page and the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, they fuck with Colt Cabana. So at a show, shit came out fucked up in the press conference where Tony Khan was sitting there looking dumbfounded because Phil, CM Punk, wanted to do a pipe bomb.
Good old Phil.
Good old Phil. And he did. And I encourage you to go look at that press conference when Tony Khan was just sitting there like, yeah. I mean, he had to just agree with everything Punk was saying, but Punk was punking him, and Punk was talking shit. So he leaves for like almost 2 years. He just come back. They created a whole show called Collision around Punk. So Punk comes back. He's back in the mix. They just had a show in Wembley, fucking England, and sold out. Sold the fuck out.
They said it sold more seats than WrestleMania.
Yes, bro.
I say that's
AEW is the shit.
Yeah.
Now, Punk gets into it with Jungle Boy. Something Perry. I forgot his name. His first name.
Yeah, Perry something.
But yeah, he choked him out or something. It's like, God damn.
Guillotine. Yeah, I was like, God damn. Well,
and it's like now. So I don't know. I don't blame Punk because Punk is being Punk. Punk always been Punk. Punk is going to always be Punk.
Jack Perry.
Mm-hmm. You signed it. You did this shit on some nostalgia shit when you did not really know who the fuck Punk was. Punk is a problem. Now I love Punk. I love.
Hey, look, that's my ringtone on my phone.
I love Punk, but I can understand that Punk is a problem.
Punk is the equivalent of when, and McMahon was doing this as a storyline, but Punk is a real life version of injecting the business with NWO.
Ooh.
He said, "I'm going to take the WWE and inject the poison." and it's going to be a new, you know, and that is what happened to AEW when they injected Punk into it because Punk just. We were talking about early on the payback about Austin Theory's character and how
Mm-hmm.
becoming more of the character to really fit you or playing the tribal chief type
Right.
god mode status. CM Punk is CM Punk. WCW, ECW, AEW, it don't matter where he go. CM Punk is CM Punk.
Yes.
You pay for, you get what you pay for. That's
Mm-hmm.
him. He's gonna be Punk no matter where he
And he
goes.
lets you know.
He lets you know. His character, it ain't no
It
character.
ain't
It's
no
Punk.
fucking character.
That's it. That is one of the rare, and maybe you can take Stone Cold and say, okay, Stone Cold is close to his actual personality
Mm-hmm.
than like Punk is. But Punk is just cut and dry. There ain't no sugarcoating. There's no uh, surprise door of no. He's gonna hit you hard, and if you let him, he'll hit you again.
And,
So
and I think rightfully so from Punk because Punk has had to claw his way through this business. You know what I mean? And I don't take
yeah,
anything away from Punk because Punk. I mean, if you ever watched any documentary on Punk, he paid his dues, and I think
mhm,
that's where he gets his mindset of when he does talk to these motherfuckers in the back, and they don't listen to him, and he's like, "What motherfucker? I I'm CM Punk," and I think that's where he goes wrong at is
right,
because, bruh, you we was talking about Cena and LA Knight, right?
right,
How Cena was at the top of the ramp, and he extended his hand to LA Knight, and I think Cena came back and said, "Ooh, I want to work with LA Knight," and
yeah,
for him to want to work with you and then work with you. And then at the top of the ramp, I do my hand like this, and motherfucker, you're still in character. No, bruh, we ain't playing for this. So I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart. I don't have to
right,
do this, bruh. I don't have to be here. I am John motherfucking Cena. I'm giving you a rub, bruh.
yeah,
Like, what the fuck is you
yeah.
talking? Like, when as soon as I seen John Cena's hand, my hand would have been
Yes,
in
sir.
his hand.
Yes, sir.
Like,
You
talk
know,
about yeah, went out there, almost maybe I'm gonna lose the match. What motherfucker? John Cena, like, really?
like you still on that, huh?
And even with that, John was still humble. John still gave it to him.
And
CM
and
Punk,
and
yeah, go ahead.
uh-huh.
Go ahead. My bad.
I was going to say, which is why he uttered the words, it's your move,"
Mm-hmm.
when he went back behind the curtains, because ultimately you could take this rub and this lightning and ride it with me for the
Mm-hmm.
couple of months that I'm here
Yep.
and make magic and I
I
can
would
uplift
milk
you,
that shit.
or I could bury
I
you.
could bury your
So
motherfucking ass.
it's your choice, your
Yeah.
move.
And I liked how he did that. So, Punk doesn't give people that. He didn't give Jack Perry that. He didn't give Hangman Page that. He didn't give Coca Painter that. He when he got let go from WWE, which I am still on Punk's side on how he got let go, and he was working through injuries and all of this, and Dwayne came back and just I'm with him on that. But when he went on Colt Cabana and just went in on WWE, the thing is, bro, you never want to burn your bridges.
Right.
Now that brings us to the question that's Twitter is going crazy over. It's about should, and we're going to title this video this: should Triple H hire Punk back to WWE?
Remember, I was telling you when you sent the original message about seeing him getting fired to Discord. I was saying that I was talking to my brother about it at
Mm-hmm.
that moment, and I was telling him, I said, "Well, Punk is." I just looked it up. Punk is 44. Okay,
44.
he ain't got much time left before he becomes one of those John Cena where you pop in and out, if he chooses so. However, John Cena is probably a little more healthier than Punk. Punk
Mm-hmm.
body probably has a lot of wear and tear and a lot of injuries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably need to at some point think about hanging it up within the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was a pay per view that was going on, or maybe a show that took place in Chicago, and Punk decided that he was going to show up backstage with WWE.
I remember that.
Triple H, right then and there, automatically told Punk, "Hey, it's not up to me if you can stay. You got to talk to the big man first."
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about if Triple H is going to hire him back. It's just Vince going to let Triple H hire him back, because at the end of the day, Triple H, like we said, knows how to make a good story.
Mm-hmm.
He can make a good story. He can make it work. But does Vince trust CM Punk? Can they bury the hatchet? Because if Ultimate Warrior can come back and get inducted into the Hall of Fame, God knows he dragged WWF through the mud throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk could, you know, come back and do something.
They said Vince. I think it was Scott Hall or Big Show. Somebody in the interview said anybody Vince looks at the business part of
Yeah,
everything. He said Vince. It's nobody that Vince ever let go. You see what happened to Cody? He
yeah,
went to his house
yeah.
after this man done started a whole nother competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vince McMahon, people fail to realize that he's a competition killer. He don't like he like to monopolize his shit. So for you to go off and create, and then I still say, I see a lot of value in your character. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna buy that and make it bigger. And
Right.
Vince is he's a psychological player. He understands that once I make Cody the biggest life of everything, that's going to reflect on Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And people will look at Tony Khan like, why you couldn't do that, bruh? See, Vince McMahon is a genius.
Oh, definitely.
And like you brought up Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one person that if Vince McMahon say I never want to talk to that man a day in my life again, I will understand.
Right.
But he brought him back. And it seemed like when they bring people back like that, they make it as comfortable as possible for them.
Right.
Do you see that pattern?
Yeah. And let's not forget Bret Hart. If Jake could bury the hatchet,
Bruh.
and that was probably one of the
Spit in that man's face.
that screw job was just
Ooh,
the way they ended.
bruh.
I've seen there was a lot of people that was let go from WWE,
Mm.
WWF, whatever. But that way they ended was probably the worst ending in wrestling history. So if they can take and bury the hatchet and move on, there's
Bruh.
hope for somebody like Punk.
It is more than hope because what happened with Bret Hart, and I forgot all about that. I was off the Warrior shit. That's probably the worst one because
Yeah,
Vince McMahon did something that we as wrestling, the wrestling community and psyche, the carny thing, you went against everything that we do. A lot of people were pissed at Vince McMahon for doing that.
all
Like,
of Canada.
yeah, that too. Like, you went against something that we don't because we want to trust the people that we work with. You have to trust your opponent
Right.
because my life is in your hand. And for you to do, they call it going into business for yourself, that's a no-no. Like that will get you banned from every locker room. You see what I'm saying? And Vince McMahon, the guy who is in charge, did this. You know, and
yeah, that was a heavy hammer. But I think if CM Punk was to come back to the WWE, and Roman did say in the interview that he didn't care for.
Speak on that. Speak on
that.
Right.
Roman said in the interview he didn't care for Punk. However, he will be willing to work with him if it made for good content. He's never He's never going to turn down something that's going to be good for business.
Triple H said the same thing.
Exactly. So that is the type of mental that Roman is on. So therefore, the door is open for it to happen. I would love it to see, CM Punk fight Roman before Roman gets closer to hanging it up, because even Roman said, "Hey, this is a young man's game." He's trying to make that transition over into where Rock is at, and I don't blame him, because he's done everything he could probably.
I think that's why people think Roman be off on his sabbaticals at home just chilling. I think he's actually doing fucking role. I think he's going out for roles and shit.
I think
he's auditioning.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I don't think not only is he auditioning, I think that The Rock might have acting coaches and stuff set up,
that too,
and prepping him and stuff, but also setting him up with different business deals and putting his money to where it's going to help him grow. Let's not forget, Rock has the new football league thing.
Yep.
So, which I haven't watched yet. I do want to see what that's about. But it's so much money that Rock is throwing out here and here and there and making investments and stuff.
He's
so
taking them up under his wing, basically.
Exactly. And because that's his family, he's going to make sure that they're good. So he's setting Roman up. So before Roman does decide to hang it up, and again, I believe CM Punk has about a good 5 years left within his body before he hits 50. And I believe that he could do some good work in the WWE. I personally will let him hit maybe do a little LA night. Maybe, not maybe do Roman, but maybe do a LA night. Definitely do Roman. Let Roman be the last of whatever. I would make him a short-term, very lucrative contract. Say, hey, look, don't fuck up, and this is guaranteed money for you.
But
okay.
But they have to. I don't mean to cut you off, but they have to give Punk. They have to make him comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got to get him the bus. They got to do everything they did for Cody. They got to do for him, and they got to make him as like. I noticed with every time they bring back somebody that was volatile, it'd be Hitman, Bret Hart, or Warrior. They treated Warrior like they treated him like gold, and they still take care of his wife. With the Warrior Award shit and everything.
Tiffany and stuff. Yeah.
Like they could have shitted on her. Like, bitch, you was with him. You know what I'm saying? You knew the fuck he was with him when he was talking to, but they it looked like, when you come back, it's like, okay, bruh, we try and make some money.
Yeah.
Cody he got the bus. Cody he's an ambassador. Like, he's that guy. So what they need to do is appease CM Punk, because at the end of the day, CM Punk went on AEW a couple weeks ago. It was like, matter of fact, a couple of days ago, his merchandise was the highest of the whole company. He put butts in seats. That man is what he say he is. When Punk came back to AEW, bro, I was making it my business to watch this video. I got chills because he was gone for 7 years. It was like, whoa, my God, CM Punk is actually back in a ring. What the fuck?
Yeah, you had grown men crying in the audience, yo.
Bruh, because this shit was real. Now, just before the pandemic, we had the Fox deal with the WWE, and Punk was on there talking WWE, but he worked for Fox. So if he was willing to do that, and I'm sure they had relationships, I'm sure he talked.
Yeah.
Punk's coming back to WWE, bro.
The door is definitely open for it. And you know what? You mentioned Cody. Those would be my 3 lined up for Punk.
That's what I said.
It would definitely call him and Cody is gonna make magic. Yeah. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
At that little bit of LA night.
Yeah.
and then he'll end off with Roman. I would say Seth, but Seth made a comment, was like, keep him far away. He's a player.
Yeah, and that's what WWE don't need to be doing. Like, don't even that friction shit. Don't Matt Hardy edge that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Let him work with who he wanna fucking work with. Let him put over LA Knight. Let him, him and Cody make some classics.
Yeah.
Let him and Roman Reigns cook. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is gonna be the last question before we end this little segment. Do you do Roman versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 40, or do you do Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 40?
The pitch I made to my brother earlier was that
we gotta bring this mysterious brother on too. You always, when I'm talking to my brother, we got bring his ass on.
The guy Kenneth that was blowing us up, that was my brother's best friend. Okay. So I pitched this to my brother earlier. I said CM Punk is the surprise entrance in a Royal Rumble. He wins it. He goes to WrestleMania 40. That's how you book that. I hate to leave out Cody for this situation, though.
What do we do with Cody, bro? I understand.
What do we do with him now? Because obviously nobody has a clue. They just can feed him anything right now.
But what do we do with Cody at WrestleMania 4? If
the good thing about it is, I know you want it, and I asked you this many times. I said, does he have to take it from Roman? And you say yes, but he has options. He doesn't have to just fight Roman. He can also fight. Damian Priest might have the title by WrestleMania, and I'm not saying that would make
the heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
Nah, he can't. His first championship it can't be that. It can't be that, man. If it was gonna be that, he would have been an inaugural that.
All right.
It gotta be. Cody Rhodes has to be in a. It gotta be a triple threat. Fuck shit.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Can we do a triple threat? Shit.
Remember,
and we can still protect Roman.
Right.
Ooh.
I said LA Knight. I said Cody and Roman. Him and Cody is just off for their fight, but they're not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk can't make good on his Royal Rumble claim because Cody's always looking around the corner. What's my man's name with the bald head who always making the matches and shit?
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. I'm done with this shit. I'm tired of this.
Cook, baby.
Every time Punk is trying to talk to Roman, here comes Cody. You want to finish the story? Hell, let's finish it. WrestleMania 40, Punk, Rhodes, Roman, Reigns.
Ooh,
that's it.
Sound good. That's how he be. You know, that shit's crazy. Fuck that. You want it? You got it. Go out to the ring right now. Like, so they just gotta be mad at him.
It's gonna have to be some real frustrating stuff. Do you remember that segment where Triple H kept trying to find an opponent for Randy Orton, I think, and every time I think it was. It just people kept interrupting. I think it was Ambrose. He was interrupting somebody else. It might have been Rollins, and then there was somebody else that he tried to get, and they messed it up. So at the end of the day, Heyman came out and he was like, "Well, you can't use him because such and such is lurking around the corner. You can't do that because of such and such." So he said the only simple answer is Brock Lesnar, and his music hit, and that's how Lesnar versus Rollins happened. But
hey,
if you ask me how I book it, there you go.
they said Lesnar be lurking too. When we be forgetting about Lesnar, that's when Lesnar just will hit that and then bam, like, oh shit, Lesnar. Lesnar got to have somebody for WrestleMania.
That's why I said, we sitting there thinking about opponents because remember, Nakamura put Seth's back problem out there. I said, you can go with Hill McIntyre, and there can be a lurking Lesnar because if Lesnar get a hold of his back, he's done. Suplex City will take him out.
You think Lesnar needs another
time? No, he don't need anything.
Lesnar don't need a goddamn thing.
If you talk about
need Lesnar, that's who the fuck you need. But yeah. So at the end of the day, it's endless possibilities, and I'm sure Triple H's mind is racing at this moment. Right now, he's up at 2:31 in the morning. Right now, like, what the fuck? Yeah, it is late. It's late. We cooking today. I think we cook. We cook more than we ever cooked.
Went right into breakfast.
Yes. So, but the thing is, I still want WWE to be mindful of who CM Punk is. Tony Khan just did not understand what the fuck he was signing.
Right.
He just did this shit based off of, I love these wrestlers. Oh my God, bruh. And he's still getting curried. He's still like, he get taken advantage of, young. And you got the young bucks of the vice presidents, like, of the company. Like, you shouldn't have them as vice presidents, bro. Like, they're wrestlers. Like, they're going to
and how about this? How about a 2-for-1? How about they say, hey, look, we'll take AJ Lee too.
Yeah, but AJ Lee, I think she's done. I think
they all said they were done at one point, but
I mean, Shawn Michaels said he's done until he got that Saudi money. That Saudi money, guy, that man jumping off, goddamn.
No, Michael, you have to come back. You have to Saudi with us.
Hey, the Saudis said, yes, we would like to have Ultimate Warrior. He's dead. Okay, do you have Andre the Giant? No, he's dead. He's been dead for about 30 years. Because they just want their fans and shit, and they like, Brody Bruiser. No, he died in the 60s, 70s. Yeah.
Okay, we take Hulk Hogan. That's it.
Well,
I don't know about that.
He's a racist now.
Yeah, yep. Singing him on Men's Health.
Oh my God.
This is what's in my fridge, brother.
Oh man. But yeah, man. Hopefully y'all go down in the comment section. Tell us what you think about CM Punk. Do you think CM Punk should go back to WWE, or should CM Punk just leave wrestling alone, period, and let him go enjoy the millions that he made from it, because he's definitely a millionaire. Any last words you want to say on this, my brother?
I think that's it, man. I hope they don't let him waste away, and that they do give him something.
Because I think I do think Punk deserves a great ending story.
Exactly.
I don't want.
Whatever he does next, that's going to be
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it gotta be, man.
Let him cement whatever he got left, induct him into the Hall of Fame. Say la vie.
Let him come every once in a while, talk
There
some
you
shit,
go.
and do it. All right, people. I appreciate y'all. Y'all go down in the comment section. Tell us what you think. We are out. Subscribe, like, and share. We a new wrestling channel, baby. Let's go. Building this audience. Peace.